One to the Meet the Need monthly user webinar. This month is the month of September, and our topic is preparing for the holidays. I am Tanya Nichols, Director of Member Services, and in order to give honor to God and to give people time to log into the webinar, I'm going to go ahead and open us in prayer, and then we will get started. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for another glorious day. Lord, we thank you for all that you give to us and all that we don't even see that you are preparing for us, Lord. Lord, thank you for the opportunities you put before us to show the love of your Son, Jesus, and to connect others to do the same. Lord, be with us as we meet today, as we prepare for the holidays and bringing people closer to you and into your kingdom through meeting physical needs, but more importantly, through meeting their spiritual needs, Lord. We love you and we thank you for all that you give. Amen. All right, again, my name is Tanya Nichols, Director of Member Services at Meet the Need. We've got a lot to cover today, and we've got a guest speaker with us as well. So before we get started, a few webinar tips. You want to make sure that if you have any questions or comments, and I encourage you to type in questions and comments, to put those in the chat section of your GoToMeeting dashboard. I will see those questions or comments over on my other screen, and I can pause in between sections to answer questions and to make sure that you have everything you need as a live participant. This webinar is going to be recorded, or is being recorded, so I will share that with the Meet the Need members, the church and nonprofit administrators to watch at a later date, or even if you want this to share with some of your coworkers or leadership, you can have that for later as well. If you're watching the webinar and you haven't registered your organization yet with Meet the Need, it's really easy to do. Go to meettheneed.org, choose the type of organization that you are, church, nonprofit, and choose Get Software Quick Start. And that Quick Start process will have you registered with Meet the Need in less than 10 minutes. That includes a little dashboard overview video in there, but it's a very quick process, and then you will have access to the full Meet the Need dashboard to be able to take advantage of all the modules of Meet the Need. So I encourage, if you have not already registered, to go ahead and do that, and then you'll get a welcome call as well from one of our Meet the Need representatives to help you get set up the best way possible for your organization. All right, today I said we had a lot to cover. We have a guest speaker. Her name is Marsha Goodwin from Christ Fellowship Church in West Palm Beach, Florida. We're going to hear from her and some best practices of how they use Meet the Need. And then after she shares, I'm going to share the 5 ways to make holiday outreach more efficient and effective through the Meet the Need platform. And I'm going to cover when to use which module of Meet the Need, because there are 4 modules and you can use all of them during the holiday season and helping to serve families and to connect volunteers. And I'll give you some how-tos and user examples for each module as you prepare. We'll have a time for question and answer, but don't wait to the end to ask questions. You can ask those throughout the webinar. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about our Vote for Eternity 2016 initiative and why that's happening and what's going on with that. But go ahead and mark your calendars for our next webinar, which is Tuesday, October 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to be on the best practices for case management and family scheduling. And a lot of that will relate to the holidays, but really it's for any time of the year. And our webinars are typically every second Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. Eastern. All right. Well, Marsha Goodwin is our guest speaker today. She is a retired technical director from AT&T. I can appreciate that because my background came from Verizon. But she came to Christ Fellowship 8 years ago to volunteer with her Life Missions team. And of course, when you volunteer and you've got some great experience, you're going to be brought in as a staff member eventually at a church. But her volunteer position slowly evolved into a part-time job there at Christ Fellowship, where she coordinates major outreach projects for the church, and she does other duties that she's asked to do. But she recently graduated from CALEO, which is a 1-year biblical leadership program at Christ Fellowship, and so she's very excited about that. And her hobbies, which I don't know when she has time to do anything, but she does travel. She likes to shop and to do water aerobics and biking, which is pretty interesting. She is single. She has 2 cats, and their names are Fiji and Oreo. I thought that was cute. And they live in Jupiter, Florida, and she's been there the past 12 years, but she's originally from Connecticut. Marsha, let me unmute you. Marsha, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. We're glad to have you. We actually have some people on the call from California, so they're still in the morning. But I want to thank you for joining us and sharing how you guys at Christ Fellowship down in the south part of Florida use Meet the Need to make your job easier. But Marcia, to start us out, tell us a little bit about Christ Fellowship and the structure of how you serve externally through the church.
Christ Fellowship's been around for about 30 years, and we currently have 8 physical campuses and 1 online campus in Palm Beach County, Florida. We have been actually working with Meet the Need for about 5 years, and it's truly helped us as we've grown as a church to be able to reach out to folks in our community as well as folks internally to help us bring the love and message of Jesus throughout all of South Florida. We do a number of external outreach events during the year. The biggest event that we do is a Thanksgiving outreach, which I'll talk about later on. But during the year, we are able to partner with other organizations, especially like on a Saturday morning in particular that I'm thinking of, where on the 4th Saturday of every month, all of our campuses get together and they go within their own local communities, because we're in various different cities within South Florida, and we reach out to schools and different organizations that we have come in contact with, and we do what we call a Love On project. In fact, before this call, our team in particular was just over at one of the children's hospitals where we were making bags for the children that come in and their families that have cancer. So those are some of the
That's awesome.
things that we do.
Yeah, that's awesome, Marcia. I know you'll have a lot of activities that happen outside the 4 walls of the church at Christ Fellowship, and you know, our hope is that Meet the Need helps make those connections a lot easier. And I know you're going to tell us about your partnerships.
Absolutely. We have a number of partnerships. Many of them come through our organization and post through Meet the Need on our Christ Fellowship website. We have other partnerships that we have directed to Meet the Need that have their own website for a variety of different reasons. But at any point in time, we probably have anywhere from 10 to 20 different organizations or ministries within the church that are posting for whatever volunteer needs they have.
Yeah, and here's a print screen that I have online, Marcia, that shows your dashboard, your Meet the Need dashboard, and all the different partnerships and teams that you guys are connected with that you have access to see and to edit and connect your members with those needs. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's quite extensive, and so that's the dashboard that, you know, as an administrator or even someone within our team can go ahead and look at needs and post needs. So we're very lucky. We have a number of group leaders within each campus that we're able to spin off that actually go in and post needs and take care of the volunteer opportunities that we have within the church going on at any particular point in time.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about how you were processing volunteers before you found Meet the Need. I know it's been a few years ago, but how has Meet the Need made it easier for you?
Oh gosh, I don't know what I would do without Meet the Need. Before Meet the Need, just like everybody else, we used to send out emails and put spreadsheets together and make phone calls and use clipboards, and at that time we were only the main church in one campus, and now with the addition of the 6 other campuses and the online campus, we would have stood out after each service and had a sign posted saying that we were looking for volunteers, and just like everybody else, people would sign up, and then you would also need a staff of people to make those phone calls to follow up, and then people were making the commitment. You weren't sure whether they were coming. A lot of names and information got dropped off the plate. And with Meet the Need, I mean, it's really truly streamlined for us. The ease of sharing the needs online is just so beautiful. You go in and post a need, you don't have to worry about it being sent off to the volunteers. Whatever names that are in the database automatically get notified that there's an available need. If people choose to consider a need, once they sign up, they'll receive an automated email indicating that their volunteer opportunity has been confirmed. And then over the course of time, up until the very last day before that particular event takes place, Meet the Need is working for us behind the scenes, sending emails reminding people to sign up. Or, for example, if someone signs up and they decide for whatever reason that they're unable to meet the need, they can go into our system and cancel the need so that we don't have a variety of names with people not being there. So we truly know, for the most part, who is showing up.
Right.
The reporting process is absolutely flawless. I mean, you can just go into the system, touch a button, put a few parameters in, and lo and behold, you get a report. The report is able to be exported, and you have everything you need at your fingertips. In the area of putting teams together, we've been able to empower our leaders tremendously by being able to share all the capabilities of Meet the Need with them, so they don't have to depend on us to wait for a list of the people that are going to be attending that particular event in that particular campus. They know at a moment's glance, whether it's 5 days before or 5 minutes before, who's coming and exactly how many people to expect so they can plan accordingly. And we have also been able to connect to our partners' needs by following up with them and letting them know that we have a certain thing that's going on in our church, and maybe that particular partnership that we have, whether it's inside or outside the church, will be able to mobilize and join us in whatever efforts that we do. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely. And Marcia, I think that you might be able to take my job going forward. I think you described all of that beautifully, and I'm so thrilled that because we've been working with you guys for, like you said, over 5 years, and so you truly are, Christ Fellowship is one of the best examples of our best practices. You guys, have it implemented on your website in the ways that we recommended. You push it out to your partners in the way that we recommend. You empower your leaders to post. You even using events and some of the customized things that we've done for you guys for events. Christ Fellowship West Palm Beach truly is a best example of how to use Meet the Need. So I really appreciate you sharing that. Here is a print screen of your Christ Fellowship's website, where if you go to their homepage, click Serve Local Missions, they have a great landing page called Serve Locally that they created, and they are highlighting different teams or different partnerships or different initiatives. It's kind of a mixture of all three on that site, on that page. And then those different buttons connect to specific Meet the Need links, so needs that are being posted through those teams or through those organizations or through those events are automatically being shown on your website. And you guys don't have to do a lot to update that, do you, as you have new needs coming on?
No, not at all. I mean, if we need to add a button for whatever reason, we just contact our web development team and give them the link, and within a matter of days, that link is up there, sometimes less.
Right. So it's very easy to show those needs, but to have up-to-date relevant needs without having to continually update that website, which is great for you guys. Share with us some of the experiences that you had back when you first started implementing Meet the Need, or even throughout the years when you're implementing new parts of it, and some experiences in changing the culture within your church to go and search online. Was that a hard thing to do?
No, well, it started off being a hard thing to do 5 years ago. Not everybody was in the social media realm, but just like everything else, social media has evolved. The ability for people to have a warm and fuzzy feeling being on a computer has really helped us tremendously. I mean, just like everyone else, we started off with just posting a few individual needs.
Marcia?
I'll explain a little bit more about that and how we go about working for that particular event. But anything that we need as far as either an individual need or an event is very, as I said, very easily posted. And then again, the call for volunteers goes out automatically through the database, and people look for these emails to come out. People welcome the opportunity, especially in our community, since our church is so community focused, to be able to partner and do things with our church or within the community itself. The one thing that I do like about Meet the Need is everything is automated. The volunteer solicitation is automated. As I said, once we generate that need within Meet the Needs or post that need within Meet the Need, your system automatically goes out and contacts everyone that's in our database and gives them an opportunity to see what's available, not just that new need, but also all the needs within the database once they go in and check whatever is available. And the fact that they're given reminders really makes our life a lot more easy. I mean, just for the Thanksgiving event, we have 5,000 or 6,000 people that come onto our site to volunteer to help us pack meals. There's no way, especially with the small amount of people that we do have in our department, that we could anywhere follow up with all those folks. The Thanksgiving outreach, we do two pieces to that. We do a bulk and individual meal order. We serve 75,000 meals on Thanksgiving Day with a variety of different partnerships. For 1 week prior to that, we have folks coming in to help us cook and package meals, and then those meals are put on on tractor trailers in cold storage. And then we have ministry teams and different outreach organizations within the community that come and pick up the meals for distribution on Thanksgiving morning. So the first thing we do, and in fact I'm getting ready to do it, is we externally send out emails to our partners, finding out how many meals each organization needs. And then we utilize Meet the Need to start mobilizing our forces to get volunteers to help us prepare those needs, or those meals rather. We start off early, actually. We start off in September, where we do a pumpkin bread baking outreach in our church, where 75,000 pieces of pumpkin bread are made and stored in the freezer, so that when it comes time for us to put our Thanksgiving meals together the week for Thanksgiving, every meal recipient will get a piece of pumpkin bread. So we have ladies in our church and other people from our community that know that it's time to sign up, and they sign up, and then they come and do that event. And then the week before Thanksgiving, we have 3 shifts, 7 days a week, that are coming in to help us cook and pack meals. And then on Thanksgiving Day, we have several sites in the Palm Beach County area where people can go and sign up to deliver individual meals as well. So it gets everyone involved, not just people within our church, but people within the community. During Christmas, we have a toy collection within the church, and then we utilize Meet the Need to gather volunteers where we go out to a community, a very poor community about an hour from here, which we service on a daily basis. And those volunteers help us with a toy distribution that we do within the community once a year. And we also do that same thing for back to school. We do a back to school event. So Meet the Need helps us year-round. Christmas services at Christ Fellowship are basically mobilized. Volunteers are mobilized through our church website. As much as we would like to use Meet the Need, the church has, at this point in time, decided to use WUFU forms externally within the confines of the website. But everything else that is done with our particular department, our outreach department, outside the 4 walls of the church, is definitely driven by Meet the Need.
Yeah, no, we're glad to be a part of helping make that easier for you so that you can mobilize more people. And you're talking thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people and needs. And so whether it's a huge event like you guys do, different times of the year, or whether it's just mobilizing, tens or hundreds of volunteers, the system works the same way. So that's great that you're able to take advantage of that. Marcia, I know that you have an event that you're actually heading out the door to go to. You only had 20 minutes to give us today, and I appreciate you giving us that time and sharing your experiences at Christ Fellowship. If anyone has any questions for Marcia, type those questions in or email me offline, and I'll be sure to get those questions to Marcia and get those answered for you. Typically, our speakers will stay till the end and answer questions, but I know Marcia's got to head out. So thank you again, Marcia.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to partner with Meet the Need.
Absolutely. And have a great time serving more people in just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. So that was some great sharing from Marcia at Christ Fellowship on a lot of different parts of Meet the Need, from events to volunteer management to sharing with partners, to automated communications, all kinds of different ways that they use Meet the Need. But what we want to dive into now, we actually have 2 free ebooks, one for churches, one for nonprofits, and the links are here in this PowerPoint. You can't click on the screen to get to them, but I will be sure to include them in the email when I share this webinar recording. But we have 2 free ebooks, and they're titled The 5 Ways to Make Holiday Outreach More Efficient and Effective. A lot of what Marcia just talked about, you got to hear from a live organization using Meet the Need, is there are 5 steps: recruiting, registering, reminding, revising, and recording. And all of those 5 ways can be handled through Meet the Need to make your outreach more efficient and effective. Number 1, recruit. Without Meet the Need, you know, just like Marcia said, you're doing emails, putting stuff in the bulletin, word of mouth, spreadsheets, and churches, you know, with Meet the Need, you don't have to have all that back and forth and everything, you know, happening offline. Things, all the activity can happen online, looking just like your church's website or your organization's website. Your members are opting to receive emails from ministries inside or outside your church when new needs are posted. Marcia had mentioned, you know, she posts a need and her members get an email saying new needs have been posted. Well, members can opt in not just to see or to get notifications of emails from your church when your church posts needs, but they can also opt in to say, you know, I also love the homeless shelter across town and I want to know when they're posting needs too. Meet the Need allows you to empower your leaders to take responsibility for posting their own volunteer needs, so you can empower and delegate that to them. And as a master admin of your organization, you can see downward to see all that's happening across all your teams, but your team leaders can only see what's happening for their particular team. Your local ministry partners, like those homeless shelters and food banks, they're posting their own volunteer and resource needs, and your members can see those in real time. And what's great is that as a church and as a ministry, you are completely in control of what needs are showing up on your website. If you want to show homeless shelter A but not homeless shelter B, you can do that. If you're a nonprofit, you can choose to just show your own needs on your own website, and even share links for your needs to show on local business websites. And so Meet the Need makes it a lot easier to recruit members. Registering, without Meet the Need, you know, you're going to have sign-up sheets, you're going to have clipboards, the things that Marcia was talking about, but with Meet the Need, we replace all of that paper, pen and paper type sign-ups with the, quote, Amazon.com type interface to search and sort needs by any time of the day, at any time of the day or night, by any time of the day or night, to see when you can serve. And you can even sort by your passions and abilities, and see when you can serve and how you can serve to give of your time. You can get contact information on your dashboard for all those who have signed up for your needs as an administrator. And as a nonprofit, this is a great feature. You'll know what churches volunteers are coming from, because maybe you work with 5 to 10 churches in the area and your needs are out there on a lot of different websites because you're using Meet the Need. Well, what's great is before a volunteer even shows up, you'll know what church they're coming from so that you can adequately, especially once they come and serve, thank the churches for sending their volunteers to come and serve with you. Reminders. Marcia talked about this a few times, but automatic reminders go out through Meet the Need. Traditional methods, again, were phone calls, emails, running around at the last minute trying to figure out who's coming, who's not, if it was a group coming or a leader coming by themselves. But with a new method of Meet the Need, automatic reminder emails go out at 21 days, 7 days, and 1 day before the volunteer date. and the volunteers can cancel their own commitments if they need to, or an administrator can cancel those commitments. And then, of course, adjustments can be made to groups of volunteers, and as commitments are changed, the quantity needed automatically changes on all the websites, and if someone cancels, that need will reappear back on all of the websites. So reminders are very easy through Meet the Need. Revising, making revisions to needs in the past have been very labor intensive. With Meet the Need, you have access through your dashboard as an administrator to revise a need. Volunteers have the ability to revise their commitment, and anytime you make a change to a need description, any reminder emails that go out in the future will automatically be updated as well. So revisions to needs, revisions to commitments are made easy. And then, of course, recording is a very important piece of what you're doing because you need to keep track of what all is happening. With Meet the Need, there's robust reporting as far as knowing how many volunteers have signed up and how many are still needed. With your dashboard, you can record how many came, how long they stayed, the number of hours, and you can even click a report and click a button and export a report showing all the volunteer hours and the count of how many people showed up for any particular time for any activity, and even get graphs like pie charts and line graphs to know the serving activity of your church, of your congregation, so you know where the heartbeat is and where their passions and skills are. But there's all the data that's collected going in is recorded and reported out very efficiently. Meet the Need is your complete outreach solution. Once you register, you get a full dashboard with all 4 modules, which are these different features of Meet the Need, and you get everything you need to start using us right away. Now, as you start to share Meet the Need, then other churches and other ministries will start using in your area, and then that's when you kind of get that shared piece and that unity happening amongst the different organizations. But don't feel like that you have to wait for that to happen. You have everything you need to start right away. Now, the Meet the Need dashboard, there are 4 different modules. This is a good screen maybe to refer back to if you're unsure of where should I post my need. Should I post it under volunteer and goods management, or should I post it under shared case management, or an event, or a missions need? And these different boxes tell you the best, or the scenarios in which you should post under those different modules of Meet the Need. And then there's also the question of, should I create a team? That is also a very frequently asked question that we have. So depending on what type of need you have and where you want those needs to show, that will determine which module you should post that need under in Meet the Need, or on your Meet the Need dashboard. We get the question a lot, should I post under volunteer management or should I post under events? Because those two can be confusing as to figuring out which one to use. If you ask yourself, let's see what here, 6 questions, and depending on whether you answer yes or no to those questions, this table is a great tool for you to know whether to post that need under volunteer management or to post that need as an event. And I won't read all of that, but another great slide to come back to. Here's an example of an organization using volunteer management in the Tampa Bay area. They're using this module of Meet the Need. They have a volunteer button on their website. They actually have 2 volunteer buttons, one for one county and one for another because they're in 2 different counties. And they're showing on their website all the needs that they posted, just them, on their website. They don't want to show, other homeless shelters or other food banks around the area because they want their volunteers to go to their website and just see their needs. And that's what we've been able to do for them, is to show their ongoing needs through multiple campuses, each need posted on separate line items. Group leaders are able to send a link for their members to register, and then they have actually volunteer check-in set up at their location. So when volunteers do show up, they check in and it records when they're actually serving. Here's an example of a website, an organization using our events module. They have 3 different events happening over the Christmas season. They have the donation center, ringing the bell at different locations, and volunteering at their angel tree. So it's 3 separate events. And if you click one of, like, ringing the bell, it gives the different locations. They're in 4 different parts of the county, or 4 different counties. You can click on a county, and see what they've done is created an event for, this is North Little Rock, for all the shifts and days and times to ring bells, or to ring the bell in that particular part of the county. So you can start out as broad as you want and go as narrow as you want to be able to direct volunteers to sign up for an event. Teams are easy to create and meet the need. You go to My Account, add a new team. This is kind of like what we saw on Christ Fellowship's website, where they had they have teams and partners, but they have, a lot of those were teams that they created. You create a team if you want a separate dashboard to empower a team leader, but not necessarily have them have access to the main organization dashboard, and you want to limit that access to just their team. If you'll be posting ongoing needs or family type needs through that kind of delegated or empowering model, then a team is definitely something you want to create. And if you want to have the new needs posted email to only go to the members of that team, not to the members of the whole organization. A team is a great way to do all of that. Connecting your members or leaders to your team or event. If you need to contact or connect your team leaders to an event, you want to contact your Meet the Needs member service representative. That'll either be myself or Maurice Jackson. And we have a unique link we can share with you that'll be on your template, and it'll list all the teams of your organization. So you can say, hey, team leader, we just created this new team through Meet the Needs. We want you to go and register so that we can make you a key contact so you can see all of the activity and post needs and see the volunteer activity for your team. And this link will actually list out the teams where they can choose, yes, I'm on this team, and they can register one time. And then you make them a key contact, and they'll be able to connect to that team very easily. So let us know if you need that unique link, and we'll be sure to get that to you. It just takes us a few seconds to create that for you. Reporting on needs, like we've talked about before, seeing the activity and knowing who's serving where and what's happening is a very important part of outreach. The needs report is it's a very comprehensive report where you can see the status of all your open, filled, or expired needs. You can even sort them by active and inactive, by category, by keyword, by date, and even export those. But on this report, you're able to edit, you're able to add commitments, and you're even able to duplicate those needs and create new ones. Reporting by commitments made. This shows you those that have actually committed to the needs that you posted. Again, you can sort by keyword, by category, by date, whether they're pending or completed. And if you choose the report button, you can even see, this is what I was talking about, line graphs, summary reports, pie charts on the number of hours or people and or goods that are being committed to through your volunteers within your organization. We do have an entire case management module, which is separate from volunteer goods management, but case management, from a church standpoint, they call it benevolent, but it helps you to see if a person has received help previously, record what you're giving to that person or that family, post needs for church members to search and adopt needs for that family, and you can even schedule the family to come back in the future to receive goods or services. Like Marcia had mentioned, the backpack drive, you can schedule them to come back at a later date to get a backpack or to get a toy for Christmas. And you can collaborate with other organizations if you choose to see if these families have received help anywhere else, and even book them if y'all work together to receive goods at other organizations. So we're going to actually have a webinar next month specifically on case management and scheduling families, so we'll dive more into this module then. But I wanted to give you a preview. This is an angel tree that an organization did in the past, and they put the image of a tree on their website, and they put images of gifts and ornaments, and they numbered each of them, and each ornament or gift represents a different family. When you click on an ornament like number 1, you see all the needs of family number 1. And an individual volunteer can then go in and say, you know what, I'm going to take these 3 needs of family number 1, or I'm going to take this 1 need of family number 1, and they can commit to the different needs of the different families. But if maybe they don't want to care about what family it is and they want to click to see all needs, you can put a button on there for them to see all the needs. This is just a great visual of how you can do an angel tree online instead of having to deal with, did someone take that angel off the tree? Did it fall off? Or oh my gosh, did that family actually get adopted? Oh, someone took an angel and didn't tell us they took an angel. And so it can get rather administratively crazy to handle or to man an angel tree over the holidays. So this is a great way to have it online, direct your members to go to your website and connect with those families and needs right there and keep everything much more streamlined. Scheduling families, if you go to the case management module and click schedule visit management, you have the ability to set up days and times that you're going to see families in the future. If it's that you're going to hand out toys or give out food, you set up those days and times, and you're able to schedule families to come back and barcode check them in if you like to. In the Tampa Bay area, we see this working very well and have for over 5 years, maybe over 8 years now. But with Metropolitan Ministries, Toys for Tots, Gift of Hope, and many local churches, they all partner together. You can see here just 65 partners with Metropolitan Ministries. All of these go over 3 different counties. Toys for Tots has over 30 different locations. Gift of Hope is in one part of the county. And then there's over 30 different churches participating. So a lot of organizations, all on the same platform, scheduling families to receive help, and those families knowing exactly where to go, getting their printout, and they go and they check in and they get their physical items that they need for Christmas or Thanksgiving. And then all of these organizations have a way to share the gospel of Jesus with them during that process. So there is a lot happening this is just an example of one city, but this is happening nationwide in over 70 different cities that are using Meet the Need. So you can be doing the same thing in your city. Like I mentioned, next month's webinar on October 11th is the best practices for case management and family scheduling. If you want to dive into that part of Meet the Need and you can't wait until next month's webinar, which I understand because I know September's a hot month to try to get everything set up for November, go ahead and go to your dashboard, your Meet the Need dashboard, go to Add View Families, and there's a video tutorial there, or you can watch last year's webinar in the Help menu under Webinar Archive. It's the October 2015 one, and watch the case management family scheduling from last year, and that will help get you started. And then, of course, join us next month for some more information. We always try to give you as many resources as we can to help you mobilize your members to serve and to help get your needs met if you're a nonprofit. If you go to the Help menu, Local Outreach Tips, you'll be able to see these 2 documents, which give you a lot of I guess bullet points, next steps to mobilize your members to serve and to get your needs met. A lot of those came out of organizations implementing Meet the Need, like Christ Fellowship that we heard from earlier, and we put those into documents to help you as administrators be able to get action in your organizations. I haven't seen any questions pop up. But if you have any at this time, I'd love to answer any questions, whether it's something that Marcia may have touched on or something that I may have touched on. And of course, if you don't have any right now, that's okay. You can email me at any time. We're always available to support you just about any time. But I'm going to go ahead and move on. And if I see questions pop up, I will take a pause. But I wanted to tell everyone about a new initiative that Meet the Need has launched. You should have received an email on this last week. I believe it was last Thursday we sent it out. But it's called Vote for Eternity 2016. And what it is, it's an initiative where by Election Day, which is November 8th, we're asking 1 million Christians, just like you, to pray and serve and share Jesus with at least one neighbor, coworker, friend, or family member. Then once you do that, snap a photo, with your phone, post the pic either through Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest, and use the hashtags Cast an Eternal Vote, Vote for Eternity 2016, or Meet the Need. And the reason why we are doing this is that just like you, Meet the Need's tired of seeing all the negative election campaigns in the media, and so we started the Vote for Eternity 2016 initiative to remind us that God's in control. Politicians battle for supremacy, but Jesus remains Lord of all. Amen? So let's follow his model and demonstrate his love through acts of service and then sharing who he is. So this isn't about promoting Meet the Need. This isn't about promoting any campaign. We're not raising any money, nothing like that. It's all about encouraging people to fill social media with positive acts of service to glorify God. But more importantly than filling social media, the actual act of getting out and serving and doing and sharing and encouraging. And if you know Meet the Need, then you know our mission is more is about more than just providing software and solutions to churches and ministries, which we do a great job of doing, but we're more about changing lives, which involves deep personal relationships. And that's why we're launching the Vote for Eternity 2016 initiative, or we launched it last week, so that people all around the country who love the Lord can cast an eternal vote, that hashtag, and be able to encourage others to do the same. Now, you are the church personified, you as an administrator, you as an individual Christian. The church itself in a building is not an institution. It's about the people who make it up. And so it's a gathering of believers who, through collective worship and discipleship, prepare us to serve as a living, breathing church between Sundays. You make the difference in the lives of those around you when you live out Jesus' calling in your life. We all do. And what we want to do is ask that you would be the hands and feet of Christ to encourage someone between now and Election Day to serve and to share the story to inspire others. You can get started very quickly. Pray for the Lord to show you an opportunity to serve and share the gospel with someone. Then take a minute to post a pic and be respectful. I mean, you're not going to go take a picture of the homeless guy on the street. You're going to, take a picture of something else, but then talk about what happened. But take a minute to post that pic, share it on Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest, and don't forget to invite others to do the same. And so I hope that you guys are blessed by this initiative and that others will be blessed. If you want more, we have plenty more. You can watch our video tutorials and search our FAQs from your Meet the Need dashboard. We have a training button, frequently asked questions, and you can search for any specific question you might have. And of course, we're always here to answer those through email too. Our next user webinar is Tuesday, October 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern. Again, case management and scheduling families. It will be a pretty in-depth webinar, and we'll hit some deep parts of Meet the Need. But look for that evite and link via email, and you can connect with us on October 11th. There's more. You can join with us through our Meet the Need homepage that's been revamped back a few months ago with all kinds of tools and resources and free ebooks and workbooks and assessments for you to connect with. We have our blog that Jim Morgan posts every week, sometimes twice a week. We have our monthly newsletter, our recorded webinars. Of course, we're always active on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn, so join us there to get great ideas as an administrator of a church or administrator of a nonprofit, how to change the culture within your organization to a lifestyle of serving and not just waiting for the next event. And we are your Meet the Need Member Services team. There I am, Tanya Nichols and Maurice Jackson, and you have our information. If for some reason you don't know which one of us is your member service rep, you can always contact us at support@meettheneed.org, and we'll make sure you get directed to the right representative. But I thank all of you who are attending live. I thank all of you who are watching in the future. A lot of administrators will tune in later to watch, and I hope that it is beneficial. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us by email or by phone. Hope you guys have a blessed day, and look forward to continue supporting you.